Good morning, everybody. This will be a microscopic examination of 3 slides. נעשה פה בדיקה מיקרוסקופית של 3 שקפים, די דומה למה שהיה בימים הקרובים. On the background, we can listen to the Ancient Alien series. So it should be said that last night was kind of like a neo-Holocaust, or T-Holocaust, because most probably, something that the Israelis have done. Most probably something with the Air Force. But there are other options. They can do all sorts of stuff, magnetic attacks, electricity without airplanes. Probably it was done using airplanes. Of course, it affected me. I mean, not just the tea, like in the containers, but also me as well. Like I woke up in the middle of the night like several times, and like when I woke up in the morning, like I was kind of like. It took me like an hour or so, like just to get back to myself, as they say. Like I was really, really drowsy. But I would say it's not the first time they do it. I mean, it's one of the things that they do, and it's not new to me. It does not. Of course, it's cool, but it with the help of God, it does not like completely clean my body from like all the tea. Like I've taken like a piece right now, and I mean I see the needles like in the pee, less than usual, but yes, you see some needles in the pee as well. So what about the containers? So yeah, I mean we definitely see tremendous reduction in the amount, but we still see quite a bit, and this will be proven now with 3 samples from 3 containers. After that, I probably will do like a showcase of like life forms, like from like different containers with life forms, including one with the bacteria that was like a long-term experiment to create Vivox Nilo, like from the void, from the Nil. After I failed to create it like Vivox Vivo, or in the culture way, because I didn't have like material with the bacteria, because I was just clean of it at the time when it was like 2 months ago. But in a more long-term, experiments, you can do Vivox Nilo, and actually, I just take a look, without microscope, just with naked eye in these 2 containers, and you see the bacteria with naked eyes, like big ones. So yeah, I mean, we'll have like almost certainly we'll have like bacteria for the Colosseum part, but. Hopefully not just bacteria, but other life forms. That's the next. But let's leave that to the next stage. Although today I tried something that didn't like play out very well, which is kind of like to try to not burn the mixture on the in the usual containers, but just not mix it. Like I always burn on the top and then just add oil and burn again on the top, like without mixture. I'll say now it's not a good way to do it. Not the way that the inspiration for that thing was because like in the past, like a year ago and a year and a half ago, like I've had crucible experiments that were quite successful from always taking things from the top layer. But these were done like in a more complicated, much more complicated the crucibles, not that that are made of clay and much bigger and. The videos are in this channel. I mean, you can watch it, like both like the crucibles, like from that time, and also the results that are very interesting. But I mean, stop saying. I should say this is a proper way to create also like hideous life forms, not the bacteria, also of like creatures that are created like in the burning oil. But it should be done with a lot of care, because if the oil is burned, just all the needles are gone. So you need to be very careful with that, like to create like different kind of like places within the crucible that where it's like hotter or colder, and to keep always like just to make sure that the oil is always present. It's a problem. But even with these containers, like this was done today. If you dig deeper, like to the places, like in the depths, like where there was no fire, and also it was not mixed with thing above. Like actually, you can see like you get better results. because it's not dry. I mean, you still have the oil and you get better results. Even though she said that, I mean, since it's still pretty dry, so I had to use like the eosin Y, like the red color. Again, I'm almost I don't find methane blue, which is a shame. But anyway, it was almost done, like almost nothing left, and even the red color was like pretty much done. I mean, I just added water, just boiled water, just so I'll have more of that. But I really need to buy that new stains. Probably the problem is that, I mean, it's not easy to buy it in Israel at all, even like in סימדה, בחולון, like מקומות שמתמחים בזה, הם לא מוכרים את הדברים האלה. זה משהו שצריך להזמין מחו"ל. בכל אופן, יש לי קצת, the little that still they have with that was enough like, to make the mixture much, more kind of like, liquid and like, and that's what I've done. And also, of course, to increase contrast, which is important. Even though, of course, you dilute like the number of neros because, I mean, just you add material. So let's take a look at that. As we said, that like we still have enough neros like to continue with the Colosseum experiments, and I probably do it today, בלי נדר, או שאני אלך לישון קודם, ואז maybe I'll take, I'll go to sleep and then do it, and maybe just right, even like right after I will do like the monster inspections, like all the life forms like inspection. Maybe we'll jump immediately to the Colosseum, because I think that we still have enough, even after the Holocaust, the neros, we still have enough like to do some kind of like a basic Colosseum experiment. But what we cannot do, and we could have done like yesterday or the day before, is DC over air, which I also wanted to show you, which means using DC transformer to create a circle that is like offline, with like electrolysis, but where but in a way that the two electrodes are dipped in two different containers that, I mean, that are separated, they are not connected by any conductive material. This was done in the past several times, documented in the channel, but for that to actually, even to get a half volt, you need like a serious like fleet, like the one that you've seen yesterday and the day before, and now we don't have it anymore because of the Holocaust. So we cannot do DC over air, even though of course we can, again, just build the fleet again from what we have. I need to buy oil, I ran out of oil, so I need to buy oil, and then, I mean, just rebuild the fleet. There are other ways to do it with electrolysis, that there are also ways to do it, but in any case, in order to actually, we cannot demonstrate this over now, because from experience, you need like the fleet that was left is not like, I mean, we'll watch it right now, but I can tell you it's not as dense, like neo dense as what we've seen the last couple of days, and we don't see like many, of the big ships, like, and that's what you need. Like you need the big ship, and you need like many of the smaller ones in order to actually demonstrate the DC over air. So this will be postponed for later when we rebuild the fleet, Bezrat Hashem. But as I said, I mean, I think that we still have enough, like material to start like a Colosseum experiments. So 3 slides, all from the containers on the hot plates, mostly from the deeper layers, because again the upper layers were kind of like they became dry, and just you don't get anything, almost anything, not anything, but very little. And again, still even the wet parts like below, they're still pretty dry, so I had to add the eosin Y. So that's what I've done. Okay, so let's take a look now. Okay, so this is the first slide and 2 others. 64 magnification. Okay. This is a fat one. All sorts of circuits that, I mean, we cannot be sure they are neos, but we'll do zooming, but let's just, I mean, start the sliding. But we do see neos of all sorts. Still, you know, good mixture, not a bad one. This is a beautiful one, actually. It's 64 unification, which is it's really beautiful one. Just a second. Nice. It's not bad. We don't see them in the huge chips, but we see tremendous amount of smaller ones, which is great. Nice. Very nice one. As I said, even like the lower layers are pretty dry, so that's why, I mean, you know, it's kind of like dense, like it's a dense, as you see, dense construction, because it's like you know, to do it like very thin, you need like you need to be more to the liquid side. This is like also big ones. Very nice one. Nice. But we still have like, you know, bigger ones. As I said, so that's why, I mean, it's good enough like, for the Colosseum, as I've said, but not enough for this over here, which requires like very, very dense, like neo-dense like mixture. Even just, you know, just for like half a volt, something like that, it's still, I mean, something that requires like a lot. Wow, this is a nice one. Nice. Okay, so we've seen most of it. Maybe just, I mean, zoom in at some point, just to see, you know, to get the whole, you know, the feel of like how it feels, like, you know. So this is 150 now. So what we see in 150 is, yes, it's indeed neos, not just, you know, circular. I think these are neos and quite a bit of those as well. So the attack was not like that serious, but it was, I mean, it is serious enough, like, you know, in order for the container to be, it's not as good as it was, like, you know, in the 2 days ago, but it's still pretty, it's nice, it's still nice. Maybe just zoom, you know, to the maximum. 600. I mean, we could do more, but not like, it's difficult, to take, not with the camera, not the way it is right now. So you see Neos even in the 600, they're just having they run with the flow. Okay, so it's a good mixture, successful one. Of course, considering the Holocaust. Nice. Nice. Of course, some are dads, but many are not. Okay. So another one. This one is a little bit less dense. Maybe the visibility will be better. Definitely many dads, but also quite a bit that are not dads, that are totally real. Okay, so less dads than the other one, but still, good results. Not bad results, definitely good results. Let's again 150. Okay, so let's try 150 and it will be good for now. Nice. So we see tremendous amount, like, in 600, Let's touch a slide, create, flow. Nice, very nice. Okay. So, this is also a nice mixture. Less, news than, the previous one, but also it's just material. So, and that's why you get good visibility. Okay, nice. And the last one, third one. Nice, we see many nice neos and also many dads. So significantly less Neros here, maybe because of the construction of the slide. So he didn't catch much, but okay, still quite a bit. I mean, still quite a bit of Neros. Just that they are mostly to the smaller size. I'm sure that, I mean, if you now switch to 150, we'll immediately see much more. Nice ones. Nice. So let's do 600 and we're done with that. Okay. Nice. What we didn't see in this slide is the big starships, but we've seen a little bit of those in the other two slides. But certainly, I mean, they receive the hit, like the bigger ones. Like we don't see as much as we've seen the last 2 days, certainly. But it's not the end of the world. It's not. I mean, the Israelis should not do it. This is a crime against humanity. But a posteriori, it's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, so this will be all for now. And stay with us, for the continuation of the series of experiments. Also, we'll continue, of course, to do the broadcast. Then now we have the ancient aliens, and after that maybe Shira Yafa and the mentats. We have lots of things to play for you.